Sleep, my baby, rock and buy, on the edge you must not lie. Wolf the fluffy roams astray, will he grab you, drag away into farthest, darkest woods, hide you under willow roots? The birdies chirp and squeak, will they let you fall asleep? This short lullaby is so much familiar for many Slavic-speaking people. So question arises why it's so widely distributed and why nobody knows who was the author of these verses. Many researchers who work in the area of philology, mythology and folklore suggest this song and other folk poetry just as small reminders of a bigger myth which was created many thousand years ago by the people who gave rise to the many nations and cultures of Europe and Asia. We don't know exactly when and where these people, now known as Indo-Europeans, emerged. Some suggest it was 5,000 years ago, others 7, and even some that it was 10 or more thousand years ago, even at the end of Paleolithic. And places where they emerge, suggestions come from Europe, Anatolia, Caucasus Mountains, Volga steppes or Hindustan Peninsula. But we don't yet really know. But what we do know is when and where the idea of ancient unity of languages, cultures and mythologies of the people now known as Indo-Europeans entered the scientific circulation. It happened on February the 2nd, 1786, when British philologist William Oriental Jones gave his seminal record to the Asiatic Society of Bengal in Calcutta. Since then, many scientists work on the area of reconstructing languages, culture, mythology of these Indo-European people who affected our current world so much. And this is not just scientific reconstruction, this is also reconstruction which targeted not just reconstruct the text of this myth, but also whole experience. And imagine that you are among those people many thousand years ago who sat before the camping fires somewhere on the mountains or prairies in the European homeland, and you listen to these stories, storytellers tell those people, and just think about what these people and you, of course, will read right now and listen to and watch. Probably it will be something based on the writings of Tolkien, Rowling, or Le Guin. And for this audience, this reconstruction is created. So please enjoy the read, the very reconstruction, the translation of original Baltic and Slavic poetry, an illustration, wonderful illustration of the talented artist Cristiana Rodriguez. And as for perks, we have typical stuff like author signed books and t-shirts with artwork from the book, or coffee mugs also with artwork. But what's unique about this project, we also have some quite unusual perks. Like you come up with the theme and we find this Baltic Slavic poetry close to this theme translated, and it will be unique, personal, dedicated translation. Just imagine you have unique translation, 1 per 7.5 billion people on the earth. Also, we can make a reconstruction of the myth, underline this poetry, and really unique thing, we will ask our artists to create an illustration for this chapter or poetry just for you. And while you're still here, just a little bonus. 3 more verses from the original Baltic and Slavic poetry. Whom have you visited young? You like a court which is strong. I saw whom my brother clings. Her face like the sun is bright. Her neck like the rays of light which crescent the silver brings. Her breast like the dawn inside. She's dressed in the starry night. Her hands are the widespread wings. Her belt of the flowers sprung. About her waist is rung. Her voice in the midnight sings. And another one. Sun was playing early morn, swan was flying at the dawn. Few her feathers down fell on the field with girl in the well, picking those feathers gold, weaving them a bench it holds. From nowhere strong winds came, mighty storms of lightning flay. They've caught garland in the cast, golden feathers flying fast, overseas to blue by aim. And yet another one, a little bit creepy. On the field of yellow flowers, first the flower Mara picks, placing it on maple red. Wilt and wither rose on sticks, wilt and wither Ivan's head. Next the flower Mara picks, placing it on wall robust. Wilt and wither rose on bricks, wilt and wither Ivan's bust. Third the flower Mara picks, placing it on patch of soil. Wilt and wither dirt rose mix, wilt and wither Ivan's soul. Thank you.